to the President's Podcast with the Black Nurses Association of Greater St. Louis. You are listening live to Dr. Leonore Muhammad, your host and president of the BNA STL.
And I'm Mia Glover, your vice president of the BNA STL, and I'll be your co-host today.
Absolutely. So welcome to our show. It's springtime. The weather is great. And what better way to get out and serve our community? That's why we invited our special guest today, Mr. Keithen Stallings.
Stallings.
I'm going to get it right.
Got it.
That's it. We got it. Keithen Stallings.
CEO and founder of the Access Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. And first of all, I got it because you sent me your bio. This man is all in the community. He is doing fabulous things originally from East St. Louis, Illinois, right? He's married, got children, and he's been a recipient of the Salute to Young Leaders Award, selected as the Power 100 of Most Influential Young Professionals in St. Louis. You've been a Community Leader Award for the National Council of Negro Women. You're just doing everything. It's just so much stuff. I can't even, if I would spend 10 minutes talking about everything that you've done.
Hey, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best.
And to have you on the show today and being CEO and founder of the Access Foundation, tell us about this foundation and what you guys do.
Yeah, so we started back in 2017, just kind of based on the work that I was doing with Monsanto and Bayer. And so a few years back, they tasked me with giving out $3 million in scholarships to people who look just like us, to students that go to HBCUs and predominantly white colleges and universities. And so based on that work, I was traveling throughout the country, and I started to really gain follows and mentees from college age, high school, even K through 8. And so I just decided in 2017 to just kind of marry that work and what I do in the community, and then I launched the Access Foundation. So the purpose is to provide access to underrepresented youth in the form of food and nutrition, STEM education, leadership, and community development. So it's been going really, really well. The community has gotten behind us, especially you guys. So in 2020, Mia and her team really supported our mission, and we got a lot of work done. And so I really appreciate you ladies for your support to the Access Foundation.
Man, that is so important. Access to the community. And that's what we need, because a lot of our population don't have the access, whether it's medical care, anything that we need access to. So this foundation is just a perfect response to that need that we have out there. So that is absolutely wonderful. And then you also talked about the Access Foundation is providing over 20,000 meals, 20,000 diapers that's needed, 5,000 PPE kits, voter registration, rent, utility assistance, COVID testing. So y'all doing it all.
Yeah, we try to be really, really fluid and just kind of react to the needs of the community. So, when we had a lot of mentees in 2020, and when COVID happened, it forced a lot of families to have those kids, instead of being in school, they were at home. And so you got those extra miles to feed, extra meals to be provided. And so we just tried to step in and just try to get a little less stress, off the family of those that are providing for those kids.
You definitely are doing the work. Like you said, we've done the work alongside of you, but it's you with the vision. And so when I say he is as humble as you could imagine, you read that bio, you think, oh, this man, you ain't gonna be able to talk to him. Nope, he is awesome, amazing. So I want to say thank you for allowing us an opportunity, because you got the vision and then you're doing the work. And so that is something that is just awesome. So when we were out there working together, you said something important that stuck with me. You said that it was important to you to provide services for both sides of the river. Right. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was born and raised in East St. Louis, and I live on the south side of St. Louis right now. And so I feel that I'm a part of both communities. And so I try to marry, both together. A lot of times when people, I think me and you were talking about, just like some people from the east side don't go to St. Louis, and some people from St. Louis don't go to the east side. And to me, that's like, wow, how does that happen? And so for me, I've been coming to St. Louis ever since I was a young pup, and so I really have love for both sides of the water. And so I really try to make sure that I support both sides equally. And if you pay attention to some of my giveaways, I just kind of go back and forth, like East Side, St. Louis, North Side, South Side, back to East St. Louis. I do Cahokia, Centerville, and so I just try to show love all throughout the community and all zip codes.
Yes, absolutely. And the east side is what, 5 minutes from downtown? You cross
Yeah,
the
right.
river and you right there. So we are all the community, we all
Yeah.
the same people. So, I think
all
that's
one.
absolutely wonderful that you are doing that. We need to reach out and find our nurses on the east side. So so you need to help us with that. Where's our nurses on the east side so that we can come together and we can be doing, magnificent things and partnering with the Access Foundation to serve and meet those needs for the community. So I think that's awesome. And so we have been working with you for a little while now. Mia spearheading it and bringing in our membership to help. And we help with the COVID testing because you're doing COVID testing in the community. So talk a little bit about that because COVID is on the minds of everybody right now, and it's the big thing.
So like I said before, I try to be really flexible and fluid on what I work with, and so there was an opportunity to partner with Affinia Healthcare to provide free COVID testing, throughout the area, and so we've been able to partner with a few events with Affinia. We really we have it moving, with Affinia. So we have at least 150 to 200 tests within a 2-hour time span. To really make sure that we are not wasting the nurses' time that's volunteering. And so we really make sure that we get the word out. And most important, we get the engagement from the community.
Yeah. And have the community been coming out? How many people? Do you know how many people we've served with the COVID testing? Or
over 1,000 so far.
Wow.
Each event we have at least 200 folks to come out. And that's within a 2-hour span because a lot of the nurses that volunteer, they're doing overtime. And so what we try to do is get the most in the shortest amount of time possible.
Yeah. So how do the community find out about where the next COVID testing will be, or where Access Foundation is going to be?
Sure. Yeah. So you can follow us on Instagram at the Access Foundation. We also have a Facebook page, the Access Foundation. And then we also have a Twitter page at Access for All Kids, and that's the number 4, Access for All Kids. And we also have a website at www.theaccessfoundation.net. And so and we're also going to be having the next event, April 24th, on the south side, right behind the Commerce Bank. We are partnering with 3 of the older women in the area. And it's really important to note that like women leaders in St. Louis are some of the strongest in the country. So I really love working with our leadership because women, our community is only as strong as our women. And so it's really important to me to partner with women just like yourself and keep up the great work. I've been watching you too. And you guys are doing a lot of great work in the community.
Great. Now, see, Keithen just said that women are leading the pack, right? And shout out to Ms. Bashara Jones, our new mayor elected in the city of St. Louis. So absolutely, we got a lot of powerful women out there trying to do things and make moves in the community. So yeah, so you heard it first here. Keithen said women is making moves, right?
Most definitely.
Absolutely. So one other thing that was in your bio, it talked about you being a STEM lead. So talk about that, because I went on the Access Foundation's website and you guys got some programs that's focused on the youth and what they're doing. So talk a little bit about what the Access Foundation is doing with our youth, our kids.
Yeah, so STEM is one of the the hottest spaces as far as employment. It's really important that we are competitive when we graduate high school or college. And so STEM education is just about science, technology, engineering, and math. And right now, one of the hottest fields is like coding, data science, artificial intelligence. But what I try to do is just expose the kids to those options, because when they graduate, those are going to be like the number one and the hottest and best paying jobs out there. And it's really important that we be competitive, because in my space, I see what they're going to be competing against. With the economy, they're going to be competing against older folks who are being downsized. They're going to be competing against international students who come here to the United States. And if they don't get a job, they get sent back. So they're going all out. And so it's really important to our community that we are competitive and able to compete.
Yeah, that is awesome, 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 awesome. Because we need more of these type of programs for our youngsters to know that there's so many options and so many different things that they can go to. So we got a slide in healthcare and nursing into that too as well.
Yes,
The
most
science
definitely.
part,
Yeah.
because it's just so many things that youngsters can do inside of nursing. Nursing is everywhere. We in
Yes.
all kind is nursing informatics, is nursing leadership, is nursing in the hospitals, is nursing. I mean, it's just all kind of at home nursing, home health nursing, all of those stuff, different things. So it's important for us to get that information to our youngins while they're in high school, while they determining what they're going to do in their years and their careers moving forward after they graduate. So that's totally awesome. And it was saying something about a leadership program that you got for the youngins too.
Yeah, so at Donner, that's the corporation I work with in Washington D.C. I head that STEM rotational program. So what it is when kids graduate from college, we put them on a 2.5 year rotational program, which is 2 1 year projects followed by a 6 month project. And that project could be in the U.S., it could be in Europe. And so
Wow.
I manage that, and what I'm trying to do now is try to find a way to get them on board with what I'm doing in the community. So right now we're still in the process of working on it because they're working in DC. They really don't know what's going on like in the St. Louis community. So I'm just trying to expose them to everything that we're doing so they can hop on board as well.
Yeah, so you global, right? Yeah, you
I'm
ain't
trying to
just
be.
in
I'm
the
trying to
St.
be.
Louis area. You are international and global. Man, that is just amazing. So much good stuff that's happening. You got arms like a little spider. You just doing everything. You all over the place. So uh yeah, again, you volunteering, and then you also was the past president of the 100 Black Men, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Past
we
president of
partner
the
with
Black
them
Men.
too as well
Yes,
on
yes, and
different
we make
things.
sure that we collaborate with different organizations around the city. So it's really important to show that partnership and community. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And then also too, St. Louis Employment Network. You successfully launched that. That's an online program or platform. We need jobs, right?
I
People
know, I
looking
know.
for
Yeah. So
jobs. We
so
need help with
basically,
that.
yeah, started out with a lot of jobs, and then corporations were downsizing in the St. Louis area. So I felt the need to kind of address that. So I launched an online presence where people who are looking for jobs were able to connect and socialize opportunities. And we also kind of did a couple of like happy hour series, and it really took off. We have over 10,000 followers, so it's really doing well.
Man, that is wonderful. That is great. So, and they can find all that information on your website too as well.
Yes,
Is it
yes,
links to
yes.
that?
Correct, correct. And before I go to, I want to make sure that I'm going to be having a Black Business Showcase here in St. Louis, and I want to include you guys just to kind of socialize the importance of just nurses and most important minority nurses. Because I see the difference. Like even when I go out with COVID-19 tested with Affinity Healthcare, that you guys have a different um, nurturing aspect, to your spirit, and so we need more people like you ladies in the community and in the profession too. So, but and it's going to be free of charge, but it's just an opportunity for you to socialize what you do and some of the opportunities that are in nursing that people don't know about.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why we got this podcast, because we got to get the message out that Black nurses are here. We're in the community. We're here to help. We're here to serve. We come and do our health fairs, our health screenings. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
COVID testing. We even trying to start dipping into doing COVID vaccine administration.
Okay,
So actually
okay.
giving the vaccines. So, I mean, we out here and we really just trying to let everybody know that this is a platform to help, answer those needs for the community. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing this right here. Is just for
Yeah,
that
keep up the
very
great
reason
work.
alone.
It's needed, definitely
Yeah,
needed.
yeah.
I
All
re-
right,
yeah,
Miss.
I totally agree. Thank you, Keith. And we have partnered with you on other things too. Dr. Leonora, you might be familiar with our Soul to Soul, and we passed out food at House of Soul over the winter. Do you remember that? That was Keithen and the Access Foundation. We've done other things with them as well. Whenever he's doing something, I'm always going, how can we help? How can we help? How can we help?
Yeah.
Put us
Yeah.
in, coach. Put us in the game.
Yeah, we on the sideline, we on the bench, we just waiting to get put into the game.
Yes,
Yes.
so we are grateful for his vision and his mission, and I'm happy to just that you include us to be a part of this work that you're doing. And so on a personal note, I have you all know that my mom passed 1.5 years ago, I guess now. And Keithen is a solid brother. He got word, brought our, you know, I got a big family, got about 50 cousins. He brought us a whole lot of chicken. Okay.
We gotta eat
but,
too.
Hey, but just to take good care of me, that's the kind of guy he is. So we're using this podcast to reach out to all of our partners, you know, and you are a friend and you are a brother. And I just want to say thank you for all the work that you're doing, like solid work. And I appreciate you and thank God for you.
Thank you. I appreciate you and I love your family.
Yes, yes. Thank you. I need some of that chicken. I need some of that. Where can I come to? What you said, April 24th, right? That's the next event. Now we'll be out there. We might be helping, helping in the community, but we sure like to eat too. We don't forget about that, us nurses. But as a Black Nurses Association of Greater St. Louis, we are a family, and we always call that our partners that work with us friends of the BNA, because you will always be friends to us and family to us. So we help each other, and that's what we're doing out here in the community. So Mia, tell them where they can reach out to the Black Nurses Association.
So we can be reached at www.bnastlewis.org or BNA Greater St. Louis @gmail.com, or Facebook at BNA Greater St. Louis, Instagram, same social media platform. So.
Yes, and Mr. Keithen, thank you again for joining us. We love finding out about the Access Foundation. We already knew. We just trying to get everybody hip in the community about what you guys are out there doing and helping. So any last words for our listeners? What else you want to tell them about the Access Foundation?
Hey, we got a new mayor, Tashara Jones. We got strong Black women leading the community. So it's time to come together and collaborate. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Let's do this. And if you missed our podcast with Miss Tashara Jones in our last episode, which was episode 3, Ready to Lead, you can check that out on our YouTube page, and then our social media pages, our Facebook, Instagram, all of that stuff. So if you missed it. So thank you again for tuning in to the President's Podcast with the BNA of Greater St. Louis. Be sure to check out this episode on Wednesday, which is always the second Wednesday of the month at 7 p.m. on our Facebook page, Instagram pages, and YouTube platforms. Be sure to like, share our pages, and subscribe to our YouTube page. So thanks again for joining in, and tune in next time, because we are the pulse to all things
nursing in the
loop.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye.